So today we're going to talk about why is it that you have to do the right thing? Why do the right thing? So referring back to Stoic principles, one of the principles actually states that you should live by virtue. And virtue literally means the highest good. So it's not enough to just do good, you have to do the highest good. Virtue is split into four different categories. We have wisdom, justice, courage, and self discipline. We're just going to dive deeper into each of these things. What do they mean by wisdom? It means to have a good perspective, to have good sense, to be able to weigh the good and the bad, to have excellent deliberation of every thought, or every motive. The second cardinal virtue is justice or fairness. This is more to do with doing good for people, community service, good heartedness. The third cardinal virtue is courage. This would include integrity, perseverance, confidence. And the fourth cardinal virtue would be self discipline. This would include orderliness, self control, humility, and forgiveness. So, the beauty of virtue itself, and obviously they've split it into four different categories, but virtue itself is so vast and so pure that I would probably need one video for each of these things that I've mentioned within the subcategories. So, why do we have to do the right thing? You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. If you get joy out of doing the right thing, that's a bonus. But you do what is right because it is the right thing to do. And doing the right thing is enough. As long as you're true to yourself, true to what you are doing, and it aligns with the concept of virtue, that is enough. The reason why I'm saying that is enough is because every action has a consequence. In Sanskrit, word karma means actions. There is no other word for consequences. You know how we have the whole actions and consequences? We have the Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So we actually split actions and consequences into two different words. But the word karma itself has the word consequences in it. That shows how closely knitted actions are to the consequences. Just looking at how beautifully karma, the word karma, which embeds actions and consequences in it, the fact that these two concepts tie in so closely, it's important to understand that every action of ours, whatever we do, whatever, even our thoughts, our actions, everything that we do has a consequence. And when you do the right thing, there is a good consequence. When you do the wrong thing, that would have a consequence of its own. But the subject of the matter is that every action has a consequence, and you should have the courage to face the consequence. Which is why when you are making a decision, when you are about to do something, it's important to weigh the consequences of your actions. What could potentially happen? It could go the right way, it could go the wrong way, but what could potentially happen? You have to sit down and weigh the options before you do it, and you must be willing to accept those consequences and take ownership of those consequences. And if you can, if you think mentally you can take ownership, whatever that may come, I am ready to face it, I can take it, be it good or bad, go ahead with that action. But all I'm asking you to do is, before you do anything at all, always consider the consequences. Always weigh the good and the bad. Ask yourself, am I willing to accept the consequences of this action? And if you are, go ahead with it. But what I am trying to say is, when you are doing something, when you are performing an action, make sure it's in line with virtue. Which is why in every video, whenever I talk about the why, the purpose, why we should do this, why we should not do this, the purpose somehow always aligns with virtue. And that's how it should be when you are making decisions, when you are thinking of your actions. So I hope this video serves you some purpose, and I would also love to thank every conversation that I've had with people that has contributed to the content of these videos. I don't credit you guys enough, but thank you so much for all of the knowledge that you guys have given me through every book recommendation, every conversation, every downfalls, every upsides. Thank you so much for that. And I hope you have a great day, and always, always think about the consequences.